The journey of our destination is Chabimura, which is locally called Sakrakma by the common people, about 75 kilometers away from Agartala. Now we are crossing the Tripura University, the only central university in the state. After the establishment of the central university, many students of the state are benefited. Postgraduate courses in different streams are being taught here. The railway track leads to Udaipur town in Gomoti district. Now we are crossing Sipahi Jola, the only zoo in the state. Here the hill range starts. In both sides of the road are the rubber plantation. Udaipur, the second largest historical town of Tripura. The city is famous for temples and lakes. Now we are crossing the Jagannath Digi. We have entered the Amarpur subdivision. Here, 80% of the area is covered by hills and dense forest. Now we are diverting from the main road towards our destination. The more we are closer to the site, we find more narrower and slippery the road is due to rainfall. These are the display board indicating the way to Chabimura. Unfortunately, we lost our destination. Luckily, we found a lady who has guided us properly to our final destination. Tripura is very famous for teak plantation. Now we have reached Devbari, where the tribe of Jamatia community reside. As it was raining heavily, the path of the road became slippery and messy. The team members, along with the technical equipments, have boarded to the motorboat that will carry us to our destination. The site is very exciting and it's about 1.5 hour journey from Agartala. Doesn't make a matter, but the place here is really exciting. We can see the beautiful views of the forest. And in the historical place which we are going to see now. So actually, I think you will enjoy with me in this wonderful adventure of Tripura. The hillocks and the wild banana trees are really make a beautiful scene. Those who have ever seen this, it's really wonderful and amazing. And in this bank of the river, they are covered with grassland. And we can hear the twittering sound of the birds and monkeys. And this is the road in the previous days, in the past history, used for transportation. In the hill area, the people of this area cultivate the zooms, and we can see over there one kind of house with two roofs is constructed. It is the shifting cultivation, which is called hopping by the indigenous people who have left their cultivation previous year. And we can see here some of the tourist lodges constructed near the ghat. And you can see here, the people have started mango cultivation in the slope of this hill, which is in the bank of this river. Due to some of the technical problem, the boat has to be changed. Yeah, what a beautiful sight we can see here. And behind me, you can see the tourist lodge, where the tourism department has constructed some of the cottages here. The actual name of this place, which we know as Chabimura, is actually the people of this place, who are the indigenous people, call it the Chakrakma, which is the protector goddesses. And we can see over here, there is a big, huge open place. In the month of January, people gather here, and from the 13th to 14th, there is a fair called Post Sankranti. Here, many people gather here to celebrate these wonderful occasions of Chakragma festival. So we can see here the beautiful side. Here there are some shops, hotels, where you can find indigenous food like godok, chakhui, chatang, chakhatui, and so on and so forth. And let's go to the ghat. This is the wonderful site where we can see many of the deities inscripted in that rock. Here it is the huge hillocks we can see. The part of the river just passes through, and it is the ghat where we have launched by the boat. And of course, within a while, we are going to the place where our destination is really, we are excited to see. We can see actually some of the inscription over there. Yeah, now actually here, the NGO provides some kinds of safeguards to all the passengers who come here to see these wonderful views. Here it is the life-saving jackets. Means for the protection, who cares? Whoever gets drowned in this river. Because there are many people who doesn't know how to swim. So once again we are in the view. Yeah, we can see in front of us, these are the deities inscripted. Here, as we see in front of us here, the inscription in the rocks are being made.
This is another very important archaeological spot in Tripura, situated in the southern part of Chabimura hill range. The place is enriched with some very unique rock carving of Hindu god and goddess. All these relief images found here has been carved, fortunately on rock wall just beside the river Gumti. There are some relief panel carved in low relief, and these are more or less bounded with entire straight line, creating square form in a conventional curve, arcs-like formation of important panels, which are the panels of 5 deities. The panel of the 5 deities are significant, as there is already a living tradition of worshipping 5 deities, generally known as Pancha Upasana. It is difficult to say whether there is connection between these panels of the custom of Pancha Upasana or not. The main deity is probably Vishnu, which is 1.50 meters in the center of the whole composition. Other 4 images are carved in the 4 sides of the central one. Above all this is the image of Shiva, probably of 2.20 meters. On the right side, there is an image of Kartiki of 1.35 meters. While in the left there is the image of Ganesha of 2.50 meters. Just below the central image, 4-armed god is there. Vaishnavi image can be seen as the central deity. Each figure is carved with engraved squarish boundary. The whole composition of the bordered which are engraved formation, which are the multifoiled arc on the top. Other panel shows 37 figures perhaps. Pilgrims take part in religious processions. All these are carved in low relief. Due to natural disaster and lack of proper preservation, we can see the crack formation spoiling the images of the statues. You can see in the course of time, probably due to the landslide, many of the images got spoiled and swept away. From the immemorial time of the people residing here are the Borok people who belongs to or originated from the Tibeto-Myanmar range. Here they have reigned for many years, as it is found in the book of Rajmala, the chronicle books of Tripura kingdom. More than 184 kings have ruled this kingdom. As it was during the reign of Maharaja Dhanna from 1490 to 1520 AD, in reference to the book of Rajmala. Several times, Maharaja Dhanna has to face attack from the Mughals, Hussain Shah, who was the governor of Jainpur, now in Bangladesh under Aladdin, the king of Bengal. In some of the time, Maharaja Dhanna has to fight and flee from his capital Udaipur, 15 kilometers away from here. Now, when he fled, he took shelter as refugee in Devdamura for 3 years with his soldiers and constructed a castle here. He then made a rock carving of different god and goddess. As the strategy of unity and integrity, religion played a vital role. As we know, the kings of Kirat dynasty are influenced by Hinduism. Maharaja Dhanna had two powerful generals by name Rai Kachak and Rai Kosam, and above them, Boglama, a lady warrior who had supernatural power. By her help, the king constructed dam in the river Gumti, where, in this valley of Devdamura, as the water rose higher, the cutting of the dam at night, the Mughal encampment were swept away and most of the soldiers got drowned. The most important rock cut of Devdamura is the image of Osa, the Mahishasur Mardini, the 10-armed mother goddess. Upper portion of the body shows minimum rounded volume at least, but the hands and lower portion are curved rigidly. No attempt to make them soft or lively can be seen. The Mahishasur curved under the fleet is also made in the same manner. Presence of multifoiled arc in Devdamura shows its significance. While we were returning, we were told that in the mid of this place there lies a natural cave. So, this is a destination for us to witness this natural cave.
As now we are in this narrow path, we are towards the natural cave, and I think you can enjoy the wonderful view. Here we can see the slopes of this hill surrounded by the forest. It is perhaps the risky place which we go through, and as we go slowly, the path becomes more narrower and it is becoming more slippery and risky. So this is the natural stream water which joins to the river Gumti. By natural water flow it is been carved here, and we can see that the water is running through this path, and we can see the block here made, and slowly when you go towards the caves, naturally we can see. It's really amazing to see that. People go through this way. Very difficult to pass through this way due to the beautiful views in front of us. We are excited to see this wonderful sight, and the paths are very narrow, and through this I think we should go slowly towards the cave. Look, the condition of the path. It's very, very risky to take steps. We should be very much careful in proceeding ahead. Look upwards. The large trees are covering, which are creating shadows. It is in the same conditions from starting from our view of our journey in this cave.
See, Dulal, no sunshine is penetrating.
Yeah, it is not seen either. Today, due to the rainfalls.
See how the water is flowing.
Yeah, it runs really fast. The current is very speedy. And now, from here, we can see the ladder, and just after a while, we'll be reaching the ladder, which we can see in front of us. The ladder made by the NGOs. It is really amazing to see that the rock itself is very straight. Yes, it's really astonishing. As we see here, due to the waterfall, the landscape are being beautified naturally. These are some of the examples of the landscape. In the passage of time, we can see, due to the running of this stream and due to the waterfall, different kind of landscape are being beautified in this stretched manner. Here, as we come across, we can find here a big block of tree lying down. We can see in front of us here the ladder made by the NGO Yepri Baksa Bodol to facilitate the tourists who ever come to see this wonderful spot. As we see, the ladders are made of bamboo tied up with woods, and it is very risky to go up because unless and until you are very much fixed and challenging, you cannot go upwards because the water is running downwards. As we go upwards, the path becomes more narrower and it is very risky, and we should be very much careful to take a step to go ahead.
Hi.
Finally, we have reached this wonderful cave. I'm very excited to see. You see, we have to use the torch. Because of this torch, we can see the views which are inside. Please come with me. Yeah. And we can see here caves. It is really very much disgusting here. Here we can see two parts. The birds are flying and it is going to the parts. And sometimes it is believed that there are many reptiles who really live here. And most probably there must be living some of the Burmese python, which are really fit for these places. And there are many swarms of bats. Nobody has ever known what type of creature ever lived here and where did the tunnel leads to. But here there are some of the stagnant water which may be very much poisonous for us. As we see the bats are flying, we should be very much careful because if the bat bites any person, we may get ravished. And slowly we are getting in suffocation because due to the lack of oxygen over here, I think we should leave very fast from this cave. As we look around, we can see in the walls of the cave, there are some cracks. Most probably, these cracks must have occurred due to the earthquakes. Yeah, it's really exciting to see the two parts here, one part here and other here. And actually, it's so narrow that it's hard to pass through. Hardly a person can get through it, as we see. You see, the bats are trying to come out, but they're scared. They're really scared of us, for which we cannot find out their swarm. Yeah, it is very amazing to see them, but due to the dark circumstances, there is no light falls here. So that's what we need to take this torch and come over here to show you the wonderful sight of this natural cave. So we are getting out of the cave and slowly, yeah, here there is a bit problem in breathing out. Most probably I think there must be a scarcity of oxygen. As we come up, we can find a fresh air breathing out. Yes, we walk down, we have seen the boatmen who are busy with catching the crabs and prawns. After seeing all the beautiful sight, now we are returning back. Now, as the boat is waiting for us. Cakrak makak mani zora, oh cakrak makak mani zora. Bunile sitera cini hambara, jotone bara bara. Oh nahan hoya, wansu ma hoya, bozagaba sokpa jaka. Ena jadu songno. As we go through all these parts, I recall to the Jaduni because at the end of our journey, it is really exciting to see these wonderful views. And the song which I have sung in front of you are the songs which are being sung by the indigenous people of Tripura. So really it is exciting moments to visit all these wonderful deities of Chakragma. As we know, it is called Devdamura, but commonly it has been called now Chabimura, because maximum of the pictures are in frame curve. Hasigle hakama naithok bormura jadosong tonglangma jaga. O norongni komno sahorei maliya sakise gumoti tuima sakise gumoti tuima mayole baboni kothoma rangno o sabose walang sino. O rai kazak rai kosom boglama nikomno sebase salang sino. O sebase salang sino.